Here's a block wall. It's a retaining wall. It's holding up the soil for the lawn on the other side. I don't know if I don't think I'm going to have a picture where you're going to be able to see that. And then of course it's a planter here. Now the problem with this particular planter is the workmanship. You can see a large gap, quite a few of them here, where it looks like they didn't take the time to cut the blocks. And that's all I'm suggesting. If you're going to build a block wall like this and you don't want it to look like this, then you will need to cut the back side of these blocks, and you will also need to cut the tops, the top cap pieces also. And this could be done as easily. When I say easy, it's not going to be easy. You can go down and rent a wet saw if you need to. Go down to your local rental yard. They can provide you with all the necessary tools to make the job easier. If you only have a few cuts and you have a circular saw, you could always purchase, I was going to say rent, but you could always purchase a blade that would cut through the blocks. So if, like I said, if you don't want it to look like this, then you will need to cut some of the blocks. That's just kind of a no-brainer, obviously. One more problem I have is you can see here that there is a gap between the block and the sidewalk. Obviously the sidewalk was poured first, or at least I'm assuming it was, and then the walls were built later. And if you don't want these gaps, then you will need to have the blocks, place them right up against the sidewalk like we can see here on the other side. And again, this isn't that difficult to do. You might have a little gap here and there, but for the most part you could follow the edges of the sidewalk for a project like this. So reason why I'm making these videos, some of these videos might think, God, this is kind of a no-brainer. Well, it is a no-brainer to some people, but it might not have been a no-brainer to the person here. And who knows, maybe the homeowner doesn't even realize what's going on. This could actually be a project that was built and the homeowners were perfectly fine with it. And if that's the case, great. But if you don't want irregularities in your block walls, whatever they are for retaining walls or walls for planters like these, then you are going to need to, every once in a while, I know it's hard to believe, but every once in a while you're going to need to cut some of these building materials to make everything look good.